this will allow you to create a door any size you want, really. You're no longer limited by pistons and having to use, double, triple piston extenders along with, or using sand and or gravel. You can use any block you want. The one main limitation of this is that it does require command blocks, so you're going to have to be in creative mode and have cheats on for it to work properly. So if we want to go ahead and open it, we just press this button here, and you'll see that it will open itself up, and then if we hit this, you'll see that it will close itself back up. And that's pretty much that. And if you want to know how it works, go ahead and continue, and we'll take a look at how the mechanics work. Alright, now this is done in the 13W36B snapshot using the new summon command. All we're doing is spawning falling sand with the ID of the door, very similar to this. This is going to summon a falling sand 5 blocks that way, and it's going to have a tile ID of 41, which is going to make it look like a gold block when it's falling, and then land as a gold block. And the time 1 modifier is just basically going to mean that it will stay there. So we go ahead and hit this button here. Notice they all do the same thing, and this one does the beacon at the top. So if we go ahead and right click this, it'll spawn in a beacon set, and the beacon will light up, hopefully. There we go. And that's basically how the command works. So if we go ahead and do this once again, you'll see that we can do this. And if we were to go ahead and do it again, it's not going to do anything. It'll actually spawn in just another one. It's interesting that the beacons are actually stacking up on top of each other there. But besides that, it's not going to work very well. One limitation you will want to realize with this is that you can't actually spawn it in the middle of the air. It's going to fall down and land on the closest solid block that it possibly can. So, that is one thing to keep in mind for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. This has got just a normal old falling sand. You're going to notice that it kind of disappears a second after spawning in. To make it not do this, we have to add the time modifier. And time 1, and now it will land properly. However, Drazlander found out a really cool trick that if we set its time to equal 0, and then we spawn the same block within a block that's already there, it's actually going to delete that one, and then another one's going to start falling, which is a really cool trick that we use in this build. So you'll see here, basically what it's doing is it's spawning in another sandstone right here, which is causing that one to be deleted, and then it fall down. So we use this in the creation. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. Alright, so as you guys may have guessed by now, this does use falling sand entities to build and destroy the door. So for the destroying method, basically what we're doing is we are spawning the same block that the door is made out of in that same location, except for it's got the time modifier of 0, which we see right here. Basically it's doing that. And then it's falling down below right here onto half slabs and then breaking themselves. That's basically how this works, and basically this is just spawning them in with the time modifier of 1 with a little bit of delay, so it looks pretty cool. And basically it's just spawning them in on top of each other like that. So let's get a little bit more in depth. This one you can't really do much more in depth than that. However, for this one, you will notice that basically they are on a floor right here. When this button is pressed, the first thing to go off is this. It's going to basically, these are locations of the 3 floor blocks, and it's basically set the time to 0, which means that these floor blocks are going to fall down and break on the half slabs. Now, it doesn't actually mean that the block will fall. The ones on top of them will not actually fall yet. You actually have to now set those. So a tick later, we're then setting all of those to time of 0. Same block ID and coordinates. It has to be the exact same block ID and coordinates. And then once that's all done, then we've got this. Basically, by the time the last row is done setting, I apologize about that. By the time the last row is done being set to sand, which falls, basically right after that one passes through the floor, these pistons are going to extend. Then, seconds after that happens, or ticks after that, like milliseconds after that happens, the floor is going to spawn in right here. And because that it is on a solid block of the pistons, which will be right here, it's going to basically stay there properly, and it's going to do that. So if we go ahead and we watch this here, the floor gets despawned, all those get despawned, the pistons get pushed out, and then they retract after the stone spawning in. So if we watch this here, 1 second. So you'll see the pistons are just there to do that. And then you spawn in on top of them. And as I said, you guys can do this in pretty much any size, shape, form that you would like, which is really cool. Not limited by falling sand or gravel. And you're not limited by using, double, triple piston extenders for large doors and stuff like that, which I found really pretty awesome. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please subscribe to become part of the royalty today. And if you guys did like it, definitely leave a like and a comment letting me know how you guys liked it. And I will definitely try to do more redstone stuff in the future. I try my hardest to find some pretty cool things to show you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.